Well, YouTubers, last leg of the trip, central northern Michigan, heading south to Ohio. Eddie's holding up strong. I don't know much to ramble about. It's one of those you're kind of ready to get home, but at the same time sad the trip's over. Okay, I'll do more later. I just passed the 45th parallel, halfway between the North Pole and the equator. So there's that. I do believe I've developed a problem. I like the Upper Peninsula, but I liked Wisconsin. I really liked the Northwest angle. That was really cool. I don't know if I'll ever make it back, but I got the t-shirt. Sometimes you just look, there's not always something necessary to be said. Alright, YouTubers, carrying on, passing Ross Common, which is near Houghton Lake, Higgins Lake. I stayed there last year. Higgins Lake is beautiful, but not this time. Higgins Lake State Park is quite nice. I still say if you could get rid of TTUN, that team up north, they sport a big block M, not a fan of them. If you could get them out of the state of Michigan, I think I'm all in for Michigan. I seriously may spend some internet time looking, see if there's cheap property. If I could find a garage that Eddie would fit in, and I'd be set. There would be my summer destination in South in the winter. You know, got asked if I was doing Key West again. And you know, I'm not 100% sure this year if it's going to be Key West again. It could be I don't get on the road for the winter, or I might go someplace different. I do want to go back to Key West again eventually, but at this point I'm not real sure if it's going to be this year or maybe a year or two from now. I just don't know. Because I spent a long time down there and I saw pretty much everything, except I didn't get to the Dry Tortugas, and I really did want to see that. Well, we'll see. Maybe I'll do some research and see if there's any place else that gets my interest. Either I stay cold or I go warm. Alright, closing in on the exit for Houghton Lake. And again, if you ever get up in this area, I do highly suggest it. Nice state park, everything's clean, it's just very nice. That's where you would have turned to get to Houghton Lake. Ross Common Road. Just calling out landmarks for some reason. As I've said before, these videos, I'm way behind on the videos. I'm maybe halfway into the videos by the time I get back, and then I'll get to crunching them. And for me, when I do that, you know, you get that, you're so excited to get on the road and you don't want to go home, and then you get a little bit like, all right, I'm ready to get home. And as soon as you get home, you're like, all right, I want on the road again. So, yeah, I'm still fighting that battle, but I'm happy. I'm good. But once I get editing videos, and a lot of times sometimes you reply to older videos, and you're like, oh yeah, that was a couple of years ago. That place was cool. Maybe I need to go there again. What's the matter, geek? Why are you coming down? Oh, Oh, as I say too often, keeping on, keeping on. Oh, man. Saginaw. I think in Michigan, once you get to Cadillac or so, maybe Clare, that's the line between northern Michigan. That's where the better Michigan starts, if that's a sense. No offense to anybody who lives south of that. I know people's living south of that. Okay, I'm not real rambly today so far. Maybe I will be in a bit. Alright, tubers. Put some go-go juice in Eddie. We're heading south. This is Flint. I didn't drink the water. Alright. Closing in on Ann Arbor, yeah. And back to normal Michigan and their roads. Not so great. Thinking of much rambling topics. I'm going 68. Not gonna for much longer because I looked down and realized, oh, come on. Alright, we'll talk more. I'll talk. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not real talky today. I think Vinny wants this day to be done. We're almost to Ohio, brother. And we just got to go to basically the end of it. I do often call Ohio the orange barrel capital of the world, but road projects take a long time, and I need to slow down. Dayton. I wish it was this close. It's funny that they put Dayton on the sign this far away. Because I have better part at 2.5 hours. Pretty sure this has been a long project. Oh, man. That was bad. We almost left the ground. That was bad. Yikes. I was going 55 miles an hour. And we might have hit bottom on something. Maybe the guard on the generator. I heard a clunk that sounded a little bit louder than you know, your struts and stuff. Woof. Let's not do that again. Wow. Kiki did not wake up. Her ears just perked. She's awake when I said her name. Or Kiki. Yeah. up there looking like Yoda. Vinny got some air. I'm doing 60 and everybody's passing me. The speed limit is 60. But they're also telling the trucks to use the left lane. They get a little extra room over there. A little bit of a berm. There you get to see the ground prepped for a new highway. It's about 30 miles into this construction zone, but the road's good. And traffic is low. I think the construction is finally over. This is Findlay, Ohio. Right. So yeah, Findlay. All right, Flying J Go-Go Juice. 199 at, where'd I go? I went to Pilot, not Flying J. Across the street was 199. So it should be the last Go-Go Juice. Oh, easy. Easy. I'm also going to say I've been back in Ohio, I don't know how many miles now. Of all the miles I drove, I've seen more cops since I've been back in Ohio than the other 4 states combined. I'm counting Michigan as 2 states. Michigan the Mitten and Michigan the UP. But Ohio cops or troopers aren't as bad as they used to be. They used to be insane. But they're still bad. They're everywhere. Now again, I'm doing 62 to 70, so I don't have to worry about it. But I think I say this every time I get around Wapakoneta. Wapakoneta, home of Neil Armstrong, there's a museum. And I've always wanted to go to it. But I'm always wanting to get home by this point, you know? There it is right there. The Armstrong Space Museum. Air and space. So, it's what, 65, 70 miles? Maybe one of these days I'll just drive up in the car and go to it, finally. Check it off. I got the window open. For some reason I always do. So I'm going to stop talking for a bit. Alright, YouTubers. About to pick up I-70 in Dayton. The trip is nearing the end. So I want to say I had a great trip. I will say, I'm going to say I drove through 5 states, but really it was 4. I'm going to count the UP as its own state, just because I want. So, the worst roads I drove in the states were as follows. Number 1, the worst was Minnesota. The roads there that I was on were terrible. And I'm not even counting the gravel stretch to the northwest angle. Next worst came the regular part of Michigan, the Mitten of Michigan. Those are some really bad roads. And I've driven enough of Michigan. It's not just 75 that's terrible, lots of the roads are. Coming in third worst would be Wisconsin. The roads I were on in Wisconsin, the roads I drove on in Wisconsin were not very good. Then I'd have to say Ohio, which is rare because most Ohio roads are pretty bad. But, and the least bad were the UP. The roads in the UP were very good for the most part. So that's the pessimistic way of looking at it. The optimistic way is the best roads were the UP, then Ohio, then Wisconsin, then Michigan, and then Minnesota, in that order, from best to worst. But all is well. A great trip was had. Many videos left to upload and edit and all that goes with that. I had a great trip. I highly suggest many places. Pictured rocks, filmed too much like I do with everything. I don't understand brevity apparently. But the Northwest Angle was awesome. Marquette and Copper Harbor. I've just become a real big fan of those areas. So if you ever get the opportunity, I highly suggest the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. I would also one day, I might like to go back to Wisconsin, because there's an area of Wisconsin that I wish I had more time, but obviously I didn't. So we're gonna call that it for now. We will talk again soon. All right, YouTubers. Eddie held up like a tank. It wasn't an easy trip on him. I'll do like a summary kind of thing with some things went wrong and things that went wrong worked out right, because obviously I'm back in my driveway. I'll do the mileage and all that, and it's just awesome time. The cats are glad to be back. They're already in the house, and I hope this helps some people. I hope it makes you realize that you can get out there and do the exact same things, probably even much better than I do them. So hopefully everybody will have a great and a wonderful day.